A healthy, hearty meal that's also meat-free. We're making vegetarian bolognese full of fall flavor. I'm Jeff Philbin. This is Dinner DeeAs. Here to bring us his take on this traditional dish is returning guest Chef Nelly Buleje, now at Timpano over in Hyde Park, which if you haven't been, is a standout staple according to the Michelin Restaurant Guide, and also beloved by my beautiful wife Beth, who loves your restaurant as much as I love you, my friend. It is so good to see you and so good to know that you're over at Timpano right now, my friend.
Thank you, brother, and I'm really excited to be back. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Chef Nelly is here to share how he makes a meat-free version of bolognese, because this is traditionally made with beef, pork. You know, you get the proteins there, but not today.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. This is traditionally meant to be made with all of those proteins in it. But today, we're gonna really encapsulate what fall is. We're gonna use some of those beautiful vegetables, and we're gonna make it a little healthy.
So you're still getting the proteins, you're just not getting the animal proteins behind this.
Exactly, 100%. And with the ingredients we're using, you're still gonna get that beautiful texture and bite that you would get from the protein.
Wait, so how do we get started? What do we need to do first?
So we're gonna have our pan on a medium-high heat.
Okay.
We got that heating up, right? I always tell everyone, don't be afraid to cook with a little bit of fire, right? Don't cook low, cook high, right? Especially when we start to saute, right? So we're gonna get started. We have our oil right here, which you can either use a canola oil, an olive oil mixture, whichever one you want, but don't cook with extra virgin olive oil.
Why is that?
We go
for this
back and
dish?
forth because it cooks high.
Okay.
It cooks at extra virgin olive oil actually cooks and burns at a higher temperature, right? And we're gonna do a blend. We're gonna do a little bit of our oil and we're gonna add butter. Get that nice little beautiful brown coloring in there. We're gonna add our celery. We're gonna add our onions.
And the color right here, you said that we're gonna get almost like a nice little bit of a brown butter to kind of
Yep.
get a little bit of that toasted note over here. So that color, that's good, right?
Yeah, 100%. You wanna get a little bit of that. The beautiful thing about butter, once it starts to brown up like this, you bring alive the nuttiness of it. And if you all could smell this, you'd be able to smell how the butter is transforming, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you get that beautiful nose, you see how the earthiness comes in, and then you see what it immediately does to our onions, to our celery. It just brings it to life, right?
It totally does. And because of just the celeries and the onions, it's bringing almost the sweetness behind it as well.
Yes, 100%. A sweetness yet with a little bit of butteriness, right? And the beautiful thing about using our blended oil right there, right, is it allows us to cook at a higher temperature, right? Extra virgin olive oil doesn't allow us to do that because it burns at a much lower temperature.
Oh, I love it because Chef Nelly's Bolognese recipe is ready for you. All you need to do is just grab it off our website, dinnerdeas.com. All the ingredients, the amounts, and the directions. You can find it on your phone if you just open the regular camera app, point at the TV as if you were about to take a photo, and then depending on how close you are to your TV or how big your TV screen is, please do write in, because if you're watching on a 100-inch set, we all want to see it. Anyways, just zoom in on that box in the corner and a link to us will pop up. Okay, so what else has to go in?
Perfect. So now that our onions have sauteed a little bit, we got a little bit of color, they're caramelized, the celery as well, they start to become translucent. We're now gonna add our herbs, our garlic to it as well. So we'll start out by dropping our different herbs in here.
Now, what went in there first?
So we threw in a little bit of basil, a little bit of thyme, a little bit of oregano, and then we're gonna follow that with some fresh chopped garlic.
Okay. All right, so, I mean, look, I love a bolognese, because I'm a little bit of a big boy over here sometimes, and I like a big hearty bowl of pasta. I like the meat behind it, but like sometimes I can't. I see the mushrooms over here, so what's going on?
So yeah, right now we've got some really beautifully minced mushrooms. I ended up using cremini mushrooms, right? You can get creminis all year long. The beauty about, right, that with the way the world works, you can get creminis all year long, but they come into season right now as well, right? And cremini mushrooms, it's a smaller size mushroom. You want to mince it because it's hearty, it's flavorful, and it's going to give you that meat texture that you're looking for.
Now, did you really take the knife out and actually mince this away? Did you really go that fine of a dice over here? What'd you do?
Okay, I have to be honest with you.
All right.
I didn't. But my sous chef Machado, I'm lucky everyone at home, if you have a sous chef, they can do this part for you. Machado did it for me. But
all right. So what if we don't? I don't have a Machado in my life until like right now. But like if you don't have a Machado or a sous chef at the house, you got any tips? for
Yeah,
us?
it's really simple. You put it into a Robocool or at home. In the restaurant, we call them Robocools,
yeah, but
right?
it's a food
processor. A food processor. It can be an electric one, or it could be one of the ones that you slap chop, pop, 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 and
folks,
mince them up.
Folks, just right there, that whole motion right there, that's all you really need to make sure is happening. So if you've got that slap chop, use it. If you've got the food processor, use it. You don't have to stand over there with the knife all the time. Even in the restaurant, that's where they're finding a nice little shortcut here and there. You at home, take the shortcut and win.
All right, that's ready. You smell how that's all come to life?
Absolutely.
How it's deeper. We've already built that next layer, right? It's a whole different sense. So we're gonna drop our mushrooms in there. We're gonna saute them off as well. We're gonna, once again, a little pinch of seasoning.
And what's great about this was that because of this whole layering of the flavor, there's so much moisture in these mushrooms that you're still gonna get that beefy texture that would be like it was a meat crumble.
Yep.
But that moisture now is going to rehydrate areas of what those seasons were as it leaches out and it just takes on this more concentrated umami flavor too.
Oh, 100%. And the beauty about cooking, and when we're getting to this part, right? Cooking takes all of our senses, right? But if we get silent for just one little second, we can hear it talking to us.
That's a beautiful sound because we have the flavor and we got the sound over here, my friends, but not the fall just yet. But all that changes when we add some squash ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. We're cooking up an Italian classic with a twist today, thanks to Chef Nelly Buleje from Timpano Hyde Park, an Italian restaurant recommended by the Michelin Guide. And he's put his expert skills to work to share a meat-free version of a classic bolognese with fall flavor. Oh, and yes, there will be cheese. Before the break, Chef Nelly melted butter and oil in a Dutch oven, adding onions and celery, seasoning with salt and pepper, then garlic, basil, thyme, oregano, bay leaves, and crushed red pepper flakes. And finally added some finely chopped mushrooms. And we left that to cook during the break so it can do its thing. And like the smells are even more electric than when we just came back from our first commercial there.
Very much so. So now it's telling me I'm ready for the next part.
Yeah, because you were like, it's layer upon layer. It's the step one to two. And so where are we going next?
Our next layer is we're going to take our tomato paste. We're going to add that right in there, and we're going to stir it in. We're going to cook our tomato paste just so that it becomes a beautiful burgundy color, right? This is why you don't have to be too worried about taking the heat off or doing any of those things, right? You want it to cook down. You want it to go from that beautiful deep dark red to a nice dark burgundy, right? And the reason we do that, right? Anytime we're caramelizing or cooking anything, right? In sauteing, we caramelize. Caramelizing is the natural sugars coming out and getting cooked down. That's the process of caramelizing, right? So that's why you'll be able to see that our tomato paste will go from a beautiful bright red to a deep rich red.
I love that. And you can see, Chef, like I'm trying my best here to make sure that I'm making it mixed in. So that way then when we add more liquid behind this, it really takes on all that flavor and coats everything, because that mushroom, that's got to be the star.
Oh yeah. And you don't want to be afraid or shy and at this moment be like, oh, let me turn the heat down. You see how it's starting to cook on the bottom of it? It's perfect because we're going to deglaze it with our white wine.
So you see all of this right here, folks. This right here, that fond that's going to start building, that's going to be flavor. That liquid will help lift it off and really just infuse more of those bites.
Yep.
All right, let's go into next then.
Then after that, we're going to do our white wine because we're going to deglaze our pan right at this moment. Oh, yeah.
Now, you know, because we're using the mushrooms as the star, given the texture of that beefy-like consistency without any of the beef, does the wine help bring back some of those flavors there? Like, you know, because I think that some folks are like, I like the beef, I like the fat, I like the flavor that comes from it, but it's just not going to have that kind of beefy.
It's not going to be extremely beefy, but it's not going to have that beefiness, but it's going to have that texture of it, right? So while the flavor may not say it, the profile, the mouth chew on it is going to 100% tell you, is going to 100% try to fool you, I have beef in there.
And you've got the tomato paste, so that's going to give you that concentration. You've got what looks like some tomatoes over here, that wine that really is already the elements of the bolognese in a traditional sense.
Yes.
Folks, don't be afraid by trying something new and different. All right, what can I do to help you over here?
So if you want to do me a favor, this is the fun part, right? Cooking is all about having a great time, right?
It
so
is.
We're going to put our gloves on right here. We're going to grab our plum tomatoes. And it's really simple. You can buy the plum tomatoes at the store, have them cammed ready. You don't have to go through the trouble. And then right here, a nice little gentle pressure. We're gonna smash them up right in your hand right there. And we're going to add it to it.
And this is better than buying them shop ready to go.
Yeah, it's ready to rock and roll there.
I love it. I love the fact, because this is like one of my favorite parts, where it's just like if you've got your grandkids around, or you bring your kids into the mix, like they get to feel what they're making. And this is a fun part where it's just like, all right.
This is where the memories happen.
This is it.
This is where they remember sitting there with you, and they're like, oh, I remember when we got to smash the tomatoes for the bolognese, or whatever it was that we were making later on. This is that part.
This is that part. And to make this meal with your loved ones, minus the meat, grab Chef Nelly's recipe at our website, dinnerdeas.com. It's where you just need to go. And find us with your phone without typing a single letter by scanning the QR code that we have down in the corner of the screen. All right, Chef, I did a good job for you?
Oh, you did an amazing job.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, you got lentils over there, though?
We do. We got lentils. So what we're going to do is we're going to add our stock, and we're going to add the lentils, and we're going to cook it, because the lentils are going to help give us another meat consistency to it, right?
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to drop our lentils in there. Today we're using brown lentils. You can use whatever lentil you like. If you like red lentils, use red lentils. If you like something that's got a little bit more of a pepper flavor, feel free to use a green lentil. And if you want to be really fancy and you want to use something, don't hesitate to use black lentils, which are also known as beluga lentils. And they're just as nutty, but they're a little drier, and they're perfect for when you're making burgers, veggie burgers. So in this, it'd be great too to use a black lentil. Today, we're using, like I said, our brown lentils.
Very cool. And then you've got a little more liquid. What's going in next?
We're going to finish adding our broth in there. If you want to keep this 100% vegetarian, you can use any kind of broth. You can use a Parmesan broth. You can use a vegetable broth. Now, if you're saying we're craving a little bit of that meat flavor, use a chicken broth. Okay. Whatever you want. There's no rules to cooking, right?
I love that
the recipe's a guideline.
The guideline.
It's just a guide.
And as you guide us along the next parts, we got some, what looks like what? Butternut squash over here?
Butternut squash, right? Because what says fall more than pumpkins and squashes, right?
You're kind of right. There are certain ingredients that just come out where it's just like it's instinctively known that I need that.
Yes.
That fits
right?
the season.
It's right. When fall hits, if you don't have squashes and pumpkin spice, is it fall?
It's not. You know what I'm talking about. You're getting that pumpkin spice latte too, right? Yeah,
I am. I'm 100%.
See, I told you. I knew it.
I can't lie.
Guilty.
I go there. Give me a little bit of that dash right on top. And let me tell you. All right. So now that we got that nice and hot really quick, we're going to pour in our butternut squash.
Now, again, like you've done a really great job of really cutting these and just having a beautiful cube here. I mean, sometimes butternut squash is intimidating because of the shape itself, where people don't like to really, cut into it. They don't know really how to peel. It's difficult for some. Any other kind of tips or tricks over here to get them to be like what you got?
Oh, 100%. Go to the grocery store. They've already done all the hard work for you. Let's be honest with each other, right? If you don't want to dice it, you can go to any grocery store and you're going to find a 1/2 inch or 1 inch dice on all of it.
So it's all going to be ready for you. So
it
folks,
is.
You don't have to start peeling away on this one here. It's going to be done for you. But we do need to take time for another break from our bolognese. When we come back, we squeeze this squash into the sauce. Ahead, I'm Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. We're eating Italian again because who doesn't love a big plate of pasta? Especially when it's from the chef at Hyde Park's acclaimed Italian restaurant, Timpano. Chef Nelly Buleje is back with us to share a recipe for a vegetarian bolognese that is bursting out the seams with fall flavor. Before the break, we added tomato paste and let that cook and concentrate down. Then some wine, let that reduce while we added and crushed some tomatoes by hand. You saw me do it.
Oh,
I crushed your tomatoes.
You did. You are the master tomato crusher.
Ooh, that's a new title. I'll put that on my resume. And we tossed those into our Dutch oven as well. Plus, we added our lentils and veggie broth, letting it cook down so we could focus on fall and those flavors by sauteing up some beautiful butternut squash. And the colors over here are just fantastic. I mean, just gorgeous over here.
Oh yeah, 100%. You see, you can't be shy. You want to get that beautiful caramelization over the top of it. You want to take it to where it's almost a dark brown, and you can start to smell it. It'll tell you, your nose will say, the butternut squash is ready. Put me together with the rest.
Okay, all right. Now, the bolognese here is now starting to reduce down. These flavors really are starting to concentrate. And I'm sorry, my friend, but like, we haven't even tasted it yet.
Of course.
This is like the most important step in all of this right now. Cheers to you, my friend. He fooled me, and he's gonna fool you. Because I would think that there was actually some beef in there, and that there is absolutely no beef in there. Because of that meatiness of the cremini mushrooms, you get that texture, you get all of those flavors right now of what's supposed to be in the bolognese. The tomato's got a nice little bit of depth behind it. All of those ingredients, the dry spices. Oh, come on, come on. Now, I knew that this was not going to just be that bolognese, although I could like start licking that bowl right there. These, now,
oh yeah.
do they meet? Is this the time?
100%. This is where they become one.
All right, so we just go straight in.
Go right in there. Put them right in. There you go. Perfect. And when you take them just a little darker, you get a little bit of smokiness, right? So you, once again, we're adding another element of what that meat would be, right?
Oh,
that
come
smokiness
on now. Now you're just
to
teasing us, and he's teasing you too. So don't be teased anymore. Just grab Chef Nelly's recipe for this bolognese. Go to dinnerdeeas.com or just scan the QR code down in the corner of the screen. Ooh.
All right, and right now here we have our rigatoni. I love a rigatoni noodle with this, right? We're gonna dump that in our pasta water. And our pasta water, don't forget to add a little bit of salt to your pasta water. We've already added a little bit of salt, but we'll add a little bit more, right? Because if you cook it in just water, your pasta's gonna taste just like water.
No one wants that. But you want to make this for your dinner, and take a photo and let us know. And thank you to everyone who's been sharing theirs. It's really fun to see these. So keep them coming to dinnerdeeas.com. We want to see them. Like George over here, my friend in Crystal River. He made the steak I did for Wilton Morley from Mad Dogs and Englishmen. George said, hey Jeff, I'm hooked on the espresso seasoning. I've made it several times now, and the cucumber salad is killer. George, that looks very nice over here. I mean, Chef, what do you think?
George, whenever you're looking for a part-time job, let me know. Hit me up, Timpano.
Come on there, George. Now you're coming on the line, my friend. All right, Dee wrote us in Brooksville. She made the salmon alla Toscana recipe shared by Luis Rivera from Timpano Fish and Meat Market. Dee wrote, I also added shrimp. My husband really loves this recipe. Thank you and the chef for sharing. Chef, I mean, right there, this is like Italian themes all the way right there.
Oh yeah, 100%. A little bit of pasta, a little bit of love, all in one plate.
So Dee, if you guys like the pasta, I'm telling you, you need to try today's recipe too. And not to be outdone, our friend Linda, who watches us every day, and Kathleen, she sent us a photo of her latest Dinner Diaz recipe. She made the honey glazed garlic chicken shared by Chef Jonathan Rodriguez from FOMO Chefs. She said, my husband Tim and I both like garlic, so this was perfect. I mean, Chef Nelly, I mean, who doesn't love garlic, right?
Oh yeah, no, 100%. and let me tell you what, to my boy Chef J-Rod, watch out, my man. That recipe looks fire. She did a great job and did you justice.
Right? Like, that looked really good. I love this. One last break, but when we come back, we add the key missing ingredient, cheese. It's coming up ahead with Dinner Diaz. Welcome back to Dinner Diaz. We're bringing you bolognese today, but not the meat. And believe me, you don't need it. It's an all-vegetarian version, all thanks to our guest, Chef Nelly Buleje from Timpano and Hyde Park. And as you can see, it's the final steps. All we're doing here is we've just taken our pasta and added it in. And then right here, this is a really important step here, folks. Save the pasta water. Reserve this pasta water. It has all those beautiful starches in there. That's what's going to help thicken and bring it all together.
Oh yeah, 100%. So the beautiful starches in it, a little bit of flavor, that salt in there. We're going to give this a stir. If you want to give me a hand, give that a little bit of a stir. I'm going to drop in the aqua salata right in there to help bring all of that together.
I love that. I mean, so many people just think, oh, hey, I'm going to just dump it and go. It's like, no, save the water.
No, save the water, especially when you're going to reheat it the next day or you're going to heat it up later on that evening, whatever it may be. Save that, add a little bit of that, and it's not going to ruin any of the flavor. It's only going to remind you how amazing it was when you did it.
Very good. Chef, did I do a good job mixing
You
everything?
did an amazing job. So now, of course, One of your favorite parts.
It's the cheese. It's the cheese. You can never have enough cheese. So, but I am going to reserve just a little bit if you want. Here, go in.
Go in. I got a little extra for us.
All right, cool. All right. And now also that water with that cheese now is also going to really thicken, help melt it. And so that way then it just becomes a little bit thicker of that sauce inside this bolognese. Look at that.
Yeah, it becomes that beautiful creaminess that you can see happening right there. The cheese starts to melt.
Oh, very cool. Chef, what else do we need to do?
Other than put it on the plate and get 2 forks, nothing else, my man. So
Let's
get
go.
there.
I'll slide this closer to you.
Perfect, thank you. Now pass me our serving spoon. Perfect. Look at that. If you didn't know any better, you could say, look at that short rib, look at the
and
pork
that's the
in
beautiful
there.
thing, right? Is you're hiding what could have been those items, but you're celebrating vegetables that now are hidden inside it, so it's perfect for anybody that wants to try something different.
Exactly. So, and like you said, we can't have enough cheese, right? So we're gonna be a little fancy and we're just gonna grate some more cheese right over the top of it, or if you ended up saving some of that cheese to put right on there, you're good to go.
Oh, I love that. And then, what is that over there that I'm seeing? What kind of cheese do you have?
And we're gonna finish it with the ricotta, because it can't be creamy enough, right? We're gonna put a dollop of ricotta right over the top of that right there.
Come on now, folks. Thanks to Chef Nelly. Grab the recipe for this perfect plate of pasta at our website, DinnerDeeAs.com. Just scan the QR code to find us. That's where we also have a link to his restaurant, Timpano in Hyde Park. I'm Jeff Philbin. Thanks for watching, and see you next time with more ideas for dinner, as we call them, Dinner Diaz.